G'day, welcome to Stuff and Such. Today we're doing a little testing and tinkering on this woodland chipper. So in this part right here, we're kind of fighting to get the roller even moving without turning up the speed. Because by turning up the speed, it'll ram it into the flywheel extra fast. And I'm kind of just seeing if it's building pressure. There's times I feel like it does build pressure, like there's air in the line that gets compressed and then it eventually shoots. And as you saw right there, how much that roller just freewheeled almost as it... I don't know if it was bypassing the hydraulics or if it was able to draw vacuum within the fluid, or why it was allowed to move at a different pace other than what it was allowed to based on valves. So to me that seems weird. Another kind of issue that it seems to be having is that it wasn't so much as big of a deal when it was cold out, and I noticed it got worse and worse the warmer the fluid became from usage, that the roller would be spinning at a good rate of speed, and then now when you go and jam something into it, it doesn't turn. So either you're forced to feed it too fast and like turn the control up so it feeds too fast, and then when it sucks in your wood you got to race over to the valve and get it shut down before it starts really hogging on it, or you grab the wood and you kind of wiggle and twist and shove and try and help it get rolled over. You'll notice it doesn't do it as bad with the smaller wood, but you can sort of see it chunking a little bit. But I think that's mainly to do with how it goes on the flats. But you can tell that it's not just a smooth, controlled, hydraulically, like completely captured system where it can't go but what it's allowed to based on hydraulics. It's almost running a bit like almost like compressed air, where it compresses and jumps and bounces, which is why I tried to bleed those lines that we see, one right there, the two on the hydraulic spool on the right, on the motor there, just peeking in the corner now. Fiddling with this valve, it's kind of useless. It might as well just be an on and off switch. It'd be better off actually if you just have a slow rate of speed or two speeds, slow and medium speed, because you'd never use anything more than 4 to 10, so those are useless numbers, and 0 to 2 don't do anything. So you're just kind of trying to nudge it gently and hope you get it in the right spot. So we'll finish up here, and then we'll go grab some more bigger trees here into a white birch, starting at the taller, at the top end of the tree, so a little smaller. You can kind of see that roller, infeed roller, kind of loads up and then releases. It's hard to explain, but it doesn't just have a continuous movement. It's like it starts loading up, and then moves. But you can kind of give the tree a kick and it then gets rolling a little bit. The thing is, you can go over to that valve and crack open the valve and then it'll start moving again. There's that. But then by doing that, now your rate of speed's too fast, and then you risk breaking shear bolts. And I think I'm probably at 6 or 7 broken shear bolts, and I might have 2 hours of operation, if that, on it. So at this going rate, I'm going to pay more for bolts than I'll pay for the chipper. And you can kind of see how that roller is kind of chuggy. It's kind of weird though, because first thing in the morning, I kind of felt the problem was a little bit better. And I was speaking to a fellow, Derek, on the phone there. And I kind of figured I had a little bit of an idea of solving it, or I figured I'd done something. But then as I used it more and more and more, it kept getting worse and worse and worse. And so like now the oil would be quite hot. This would be about 45 minutes of operation from minus 10 Celsius starting point. But you can see what it does. It's just not a nice smooth feed. It's just chunky. And then when it gets to here, just plows her in. So for being told, and it was the reason I bought the thing in the first place. I called ahead and I asked the sales rep, this is what I need to do, will it do it? Because I don't feel like buying it if it's going to not do what I told it to. I asked, will it chip an 8-inch oak tree? And she said, yep, not a problem. As long as it'll fit in that chute, it'll get chipped no problem. So here I am sort of struggling with 5-inch white birch, which is nice that it does that, but it's certainly, I was kind of essentially lied to if I can't get this to do what I need it to do. So I'm not actually frigging around with any of the feeds. This is as its automatic feeder wants to operate. The only thing I'm doing is kicking that block around a little bit. I guess now I have to turn up the feed a bit because I'm bored. So I don't know if having an actual PTO shaft that wasn't meant for a rototiller would actually allow the tractor to just rip through this thing and be happy about it, or if it, or what that would do. Right here, I think I actually snapped the shear bolt right here. So here I broke the shear bolt. Spinning away.
Not really too much to say at the moment, but yeah. So far it works okay on smaller stuff, but the infeed side is making it very, very challenging. Seems like the cutters are way more aggressive than the PTO will allow. So I don't know, like I had expected that I could, based on the website, that I could snuff out my 70 horse if I tried, but I'm not even anywhere close to that. The chips, they're pretty fine. So it's not like I'm taking great heaps of a bite. Anyways, bye for now.